We've been a leader in banking for more than 100 years. You'll find us here, at home, on your phone, and everywhere you go. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Sponsored by Renaissance Bank.
Good morning, Northeast Mississippi. This is Newsbreak for Tuesday, May 9th. I'm Brad Locke. Thanks for joining us. You can catch Newsbreak each weekday at 7 a.m. Watch it on djournal.com, Facebook, YouTube, or the Daily Journal's mobile apps for Apple and Android devices. We're going to take a quick look at news, sports, and weather for Northeast Mississippi. We'll start with the weather forecast for today. Going to have clear skies, high of 88 degrees, a low of 61, a 0% chance of rain. The 3-day outlook: Wednesday, clear skies again, high of 88, low of 64, just a 10% chance of rain. Thursday, partly cloudy, high of 84, low of 65. And then on Friday, thunderstorms are very likely, a high of 75, low of 55. The chance of rain is 90%. Let's take a look now at some of the top stories from the Daily Journal and djournal.com on this Tuesday. Students who are at risk of dropping out or failing to graduate from Baldwyn High School will get a second chance. A new partnership has been formed between the Family Resource Center of Northeast Mississippi and the Baldwyn School District. The academic program, offered through Families First for Mississippi, gives students an option to earn a high school diploma in a flexible and hassle-free environment. Courses can be taken online or in a classroom setting. At the high school, the program will ensure that a computer lab will be open Monday through Thursday from noon until 8 p.m. Also, a facilitator will be available to help students register and begin working. The program just started and is currently accepting students. It also offers year-round open enrollment so students can get started whenever they like. Interested students or their parents can call the Family Resource Center of Northeast Mississippi at 662-844-0013 or visit familiesfirstformississippi.org for more information. A search for answers and more body parts continues after a human skull was found last week in Calhoun City. The skull was found in a Hardin Street residence front yard on Thursday. Now, it appeared a dog had discovered the skull and brought it to the yard. The skull had been exposed to the elements for some time. A portion was sun-bleached, but one side showed evidence it had been partially buried. The state fire marshal's office brought a cadaver dog Friday to assist in the search for the rest of the victim. Calhoun County Sheriff Greg Paulin said the search continued Saturday and Monday morning, and it will continue further as manpower allows. Paulin personally carried the skull to the state crime lab the day it was found. Officials hope forensics experts will be able to determine the age, range, and sex of the victim from the skull, which had some teeth still intact. That means DNA testing and dental records could assist in the identification process. Officials say it's too early to say whether foul play was involved. The Mississippi Department of Transportation will not have to suspend contracts if the legislature passes a budget for the agency early in the special session that begins June the 5th. MDOT officials had originally said that if no budget was approved by May 15th, then they would be forced to suspend contracts, which would cost taxpayers tens of millions of dollars and place additional cost on the already cash-strapped agency. But MDOT spokesman Jason Scott said Monday that the state would not lose any money if the legislature quickly passes a budget during the special session. MDOT Executive Director Melinda McGrath has said that a letter will go out to contractors May 15th, putting them on notice that if MDOT does not receive a budget, there will be another letter in June telling them what they should do. The new fiscal year begins July 1st, after which point state law says the MDOT cannot authorize any expense if it has no budget. MDOT has 2,100 active contracts totaling $3 billion for work on the state's highways and bridges. And in sports, in its last year as a Class 5A school, the Oxford Chargers claimed yet another championship in tennis. OHS won its 10th straight state title on Monday, defeating Stone County 7-0 at the FNC Tennis Center in Oxford. Oxford, which is moving up to Class 6A next year, was led by Grace Ann Jones and Bo Nash, both of whom won their individual singles matches without dropping a game. Tupelo Christian also was crowned Monday, defeating Sacred Heart 5-2 for its second straight Class 1A-2A title. For TCPS, the tipping point came when boys doubles team Hank Leathers and Chase Cervantes knocked off Sacred Heart's #1 doubles team. And that's all for Newsbreak on this Tuesday. We do want to remind you to check out a webcast we produce here at the Daily Journal, Capitol View with Capitol Bureau Chief Bobby Harrison, a live webcast coming to you every Monday around 2 p.m. at djournal.com, or if you miss it live, you can watch the replay later on. And on this latest episode, we talked about the possibility of a state lottery being on the agenda for the upcoming special session, and also Bobby had an update on the education funding lawsuit filed by former Governor Ronnie Musgrove. All the stories I talked about today you can find in your Daily Journal or at djournal.com. We're on Twitter at djournal now. Give our Facebook page a like as well. And that does it for Newsbreak on this Tuesday. I'm Brad Locke. We'll see you next time.